know be right. That's the way we have to treat it.
So you'll never miss a call from a loved one.
Merry Christmas, son. We hope you're enjoying your Radio Shack answering machine.
Back in the 1970s, these objects weren't just things. They were woven into the rhythm of everyday life. From the glow of a jukebox to the clack of a typewriter, they shaped how we worked, played, and connected. Some have vanished, others survive in small corners of the world, but all hold stories worth telling. Let's step back in time and revisit the 15 things that were once completely necessary, but now feel like treasures from another era. Number 1. Jukeboxes at the local diner. You drop a quarter, 10 to 25 cents back then, into the slot, hear the metallic clink, and watch lights dance across the song list. In the 70s, jukeboxes weren't just music, they were the soundtrack to Friday nights, a ritual for friends and couples. You'd slide into a booth, coffee brewing behind the counter, flipping through glossy title strips to pick your anthem. Then, cassette decks and home radios brought that magic indoors. A few diners and bowling alleys still keep them spinning. Next time you see one, feed it a coin. What song would you play first? Number 2. Payphones on every corner. Cold metal in your hand, the faint scent of disinfectant, and the hum of a 25-cent dial tone, payphones were a lifeline. At their peak, over 2 million dotted the U.S., saving stranded drivers, travelers, and teenagers with curfews. Coins clinked, buttons clicked, and voices echoed across miles. Mobile phones and upkeep costs nearly erased them, but some still hide in bus depots or police lobbies. Spotting one today feels like finding a time capsule. Where's the last payphone you saw, and did it still work? Number 3. Manual crank car windows. The summer sun, your elbow out the door, and the smooth turn of a crank. Manual windows were built to last. They didn't burn out like electric motors and were simple to fix in your driveway. In the 70s, they came standard, a quiet moment between driver and machine. Today, only a few trucks and base model SUVs still have them, cherished by drivers who value reliability over buttons. On your family road trips, who got the honor of cranking down the first window, and how far did it go before the wind tangled your hair? Number 4. Boomboxes at the beach. Big, bold, and blasting, boomboxes made music a public event. Powered by 8 to 12D batteries and weighing up to 20 pounds, they took effort to haul but delivered bass you could feel in your chest. From the park to the boardwalk, they were a badge of cool, a gathering point. Tiny Bluetooth speakers can't match the spectacle or the camaraderie. Slip in a Bluetooth cassette today and bring one roaring back to life. Did you ever sling a boombox on your shoulder for the walk to the beach, feeling like the DJ of the world? Number 5. Cigarette vending machines. Neon glow chrome levers and the thunk of a fresh pack, cigarette machines sold smokes for 50 cents to $1, no ID required. In the 70s, they stood in bars, diners, and bus stations, part of the scenery. Age laws and rising taxes pushed them out in the U.S., but in parts of Germany and Japan, they still line sidewalks. Some now vend candy or lighters instead. If you came across one today, would you take a picture for nostalgia or drop in some change just to hear that familiar thunk? Number 6. TV guide on the coffee table. A slim booklet, 15 to 25 cents, with the week's TV treasures laid out in neat grids. Families gathered around, circling shows in red pen, planning evenings together. At its peak, TV Guide sold 20 million copies a week, more than any magazine in America. It offered not just schedules, but behind-the-scenes stories, star interviews, and ads that became memories themselves. Streaming made it obsolete, but collectors prize complete runs. Do you remember the first show you ever circled? And did you always make it home in time to watch? Number 7. Rolodex on every desk. The whir and flip of cards, the Rolodex was the heartbeat of an office. Sales reps, lawyers, and shop owners trusted it over memory, each card organized by color-coded tabs and scribbled notes. It was more than a filing system. It was a living map of relationships. Coffee stains, bent corners, and faded ink told stories of years in use. Smartphones took over, yet some garages and law offices still keep one within arm's reach, valuing its tactile speed. Did your Rolodex have a card worn so thin you could almost read it in the dark? Number 8. Library card catalogs. Polished wood drawers, the faint smell of paper, and the satisfying clack of brass handles, card catalogs were the library's original search engine. Students learned patience here, flipping alphabetized cards for author, title, or subject, sometimes stumbling on a book they didn't know they needed. Each card bore fingerprints and pencil marks from decades of readers. Computers replaced them, but some county libraries keep a set for nostalgia and display. Did you ever pull the wrong drawer and end up taking home a book you'd never heard of before? Number 9. Answering machines with funny messages. A beep, the whir of a turning mini cassette, and your voice on the line. Answering machines meant you never really missed a call. Families in the 70s and 80s often got creative, singing greetings, inside jokes, or strict instructions. Units cost $60 to $120, a worthwhile splurge for convenience. Voicemail replaced them, but rewinding a tape to hear an old friend's voice still holds magic. The click of the play button could unleash a flood of memories. Did your family ever record a prank greeting that left callers confused or laughing? Number 10. Punch clocks at the factory gate. A stiff card, a metal slot, and the sharp ka-chunk marking your shift. Punch clocks kept payroll honest and workers punctual. Some tried buddy punching to help a late coworker, but managers soon caught on. The sound of 100 cards stamping in quick succession marked the rhythm of shift changes. Digital timekeeping took over, but some small shops still trust the old clunkers for their reliability and physical proof. Ever cut it so close you had to sprint to the clock, heart pounding, to avoid a late punch? Number 11. Tokens for arcade games. Cool brass or aluminum coins, costing just 5 to 10 cents each in bulk, and the satisfying clatter as they dropped into Pac-Man, Pinball, or Galaga. Lights flashed, music blared, and you were transported into the game's world. Swipe cards replaced tokens, but collectors still prize rare designs from arcades and Chuck E. Cheese. Some keep jars of them just to jingle and reminisce. Which game devoured the most of your tokens, and did you ever save up enough tickets for that elusive, oversized prize? Number 12. Carbon paper copies. Thin sheets slipped between white, yellow, and pink forms, pressed down hard, and you had instant duplicates. Contracts, invoices, and receipts relied on carbon paper before photocopiers became common. The blue smudges on your fingers were a badge of a day's work, and the faint, waxy smell lingers in memory. Some offices still use it for multi-part forms when tech fails. Do you remember the sound of the paper tearing along perforations, and the satisfaction of pulling a perfect copy free without smudging it? Number 13. Phone books and yellow pages. Thick as a brick and weighing several pounds, the phone book was the household's directory and a battleground for local businesses. Companies paid extra for bold listings or full-page ads, hoping to be the first number dialed. Google made them nearly vanish, but in small towns, they still appear at post offices or gas stations. Finding a hidden coupon between the pages felt like striking gold. Did you ever flip through just to count how many names you recognized from your own neighborhood? Number 14. Camera film rolls. 24 or 36 shots, choose wisely, because each one cost money to develop. Film had warmth, grain, and depth that digital rarely matches. You'd wait days or weeks for developing, holding your breath that your thumb wasn't in the frame. Kodak, Fuji, and Agfa ruled the market, each with its loyal fans. Gen Z photographers are rediscovering the tactile joy of film. Handling negatives, threading film, and hearing the click of a shutter, these are rituals many miss. Do you still keep old negatives tucked away, waiting for rediscovery? Number 15, typewriters in every home office. Clack, clack, ding, carriage return. Typewriters turned thoughts into ink on paper. Smith Corona, IBM Selectric. Every writer had a preferred model tuned to their touch. Ribbons came in black, red, or correction white, and white-out bottles cluttered desks. Double spacing after periods was drilled into students in typing class. Computers replaced them, but the tactile rhythm keeps enthusiasts loyal. The smell of ink, the weight of the keys, and the solid strike made writing feel like building something permanent. Ever jam all the keys in a burst of frantic inspiration? These 15 relics weren't just tools, they were part of a way of life that valued simplicity, connection, and craft. Some have vanished entirely, others linger quietly in corners of the world. But each carries memories worth sharing. Which of these do you still miss, and where did you last see it? Share your stories and keep the past alive for the next generation.